Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? It's your boy Monty G, man, Fan Mission Podcast, and it's going down to again. It's going down again, my bad. Yo, so I'm gonna bring the guest into the party and let her introduce herself and let her know where she from. Let you know where she from. Yes, go
Hey,
ahead, tell them your name and tell them where you from.
hey, everybody. My name is Carol, also known as Lynette, probably better known as Lynette. And I'm from Chicago, Argyle Gardens, Block 17.
Hey, Block 17, stand up. All right. So I see you doing your arts and crafts. So I want you to tell the people a little bit about arts and craft and how you got started, just in case, if that's something that they was looking into and they don't know how to go about it. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, how I got started was I was a little stressed out and I needed some relaxation. And I started making jewelry. Somebody gave me a bucket of beads and I just started making jewelry with it. Once I started making the jewelry and I would wear it, people would say how much they liked it and or how much is it, and so I started selling it here and there, and then I branched out and started making other stuff. Started looking on YouTube and seeing what was out there, and just started being creative.
Okay, okay. So if anybody else, do you have some encouraging words for anybody else that just want to jump out there and and just do what you're doing?
Yeah, actually, no matter what they want to do, whatever it is that you want to do, just take that first step and do it. Find out you can start little, start small. Like I said, when I started this, it was just a way for me to relax,
Mm,
just to de-stress, and I enjoyed it. So whatever it is that you want to do, just go ahead and you might have to do a little digging to see how you can start. A lot of things you can start. It don't cost a lot of money to start, and just go ahead and go for it. Nothing beats a failure but a try.
mm, mm. I like that. So, what was the first item that you bought that what was the first item that you bought and you was like, man, I don't even know if this gonna work. I don't know. And you just took off. Like, what was the first thing you bought?
The first thing I bought was a cricket machine.
Mm.
And
So what
what
is a cricket for the people that don't know?
so a cricket machine, it does a lot. It's a cutting machine. You can you hook it up to your computer. It comes with software. You download the software. It have all kind of designs in it, and you can use fabric or all wood, all different types of material, and it'll cut. It draws, and you take those pieces and whatever it is that you want to do with it, you do. Um, I when I first started with the Cricut, it was for to do T-shirts, to make
Mm.
T-shirts. I wanted to learn how to make T-shirts, and I kept seeing the Cricut, and so I just decided to, why not? Let me just try,
Mm.
and I love it.
Okay, so you started off doing t-shirts. So what kind of items do you do?
Let me. I can show you. I actually just put a few up. I can turn this camera around.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm not that tech savvy.
It's all good.
It's not. Okay, I might have to just turn it around. Wait. Nope. Okay. Since I cannot, for some reason, turn
Okay.
it around, I'll just turn it around like this. So I'm in my craft room right now.
Okay.
And so I make pillows. These are, I don't know, can you see the candle holders?
Yep.
The glasses, those are candle holders.
Mm.
This is fabric for my pillows. A t-shirt I made. These are these are going to be keychains. They're just
Mm.
the letters, but these are the actual finished keychains with the attachments there in the bags. Um,
Okay,
let me show you.
okay. Okay.
So this is a pair
Okay,
of
that's
shoes.
shoes. Oh,
Well,
okay, okay. The crocodiles. I see you
so this is
turned
how
them
the
up.
shoe. Well, yeah, it came with nothing, and this one I completed blinging out, and I'm working on this one. Like, and these are a pair of flip flops that I'm working on now. So they were plain, and I just added the little beads around it, and I'm gonna take this and add around this part.
Okay,
So
okay.
those are the type of things that I do.
Oh, okay, okay. So you do custom, or you just do it for fun, or you do custom? Do you have big orders like people be like, I want this? You know what I'm saying?
So I do custom, and like I said, when I started, it was just for relaxation. But then my thinking changed, and I thought, okay, they're like, how much is this? And I would, um, make something here and there and go ahead and sell it. But now I realize that I can make this into a business, and so it's no longer just for fun. It's to generate wealth.
Mm,
Yeah.
I like that. So so how can the people find you? You have a website, or you just on Facebook, or what's going on?
Well, I don't have a website yet. I'm looking to get a website done, so somebody can help me out with that. Uh, you can go on my Facebook page to reach me. I also have this is my business card. It's called Cabero, which is
Mm,
the name. I know you like where that name come from. It's actually my youngest daughter first initial.
mm,
And then each of my grandkids at the time when I made the card, it was an initial out of their name. And that's how I came up with Cabero Designs. But
mm.
you can look on my Facebook, call me. Um, yeah, as of now. But I will have a website coming soon
All right.
once I
So
get it up and
anybody,
running.
so anybody out there that work on websites, get in touch with her, and man, make it happen. Like she say, she's not good with all the computers and all the other stuff, but she could make something for you. All right. So do you just right now you doing shoes and pillows? Do anything else like jackets or?
I do hoodies, hats. But I do T-shirts. I make gift baskets. So I have right now. I'll be making some Mother's Day gift baskets, and this is a little of the stuff that I'll be putting in it. Um, these little things I got from Dollar Tree for a
Mhm.
dollar when it was still Dollar Tree. Some say home, peace, love, all of that, and I'll be painting them, glazing them, and then selling them at the pop-up shop for about $5.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah. And I also do pictures. It's no limit. I do cups, mugs, coffee cups. It's just no limit to what you can do. A lot of things, depending on the time of the season, I get orders for T-shirts, family reunion,
Mm,
just people going on vacation. People like vacation T-shirts. Just people want different sayings on t-shirts. They come up with sayings and they're like, can you put this on a t-shirt? Absolutely.
mm.
Uh, now what I don't do, I don't I don't put profanity and things like that. Profane things I don't do. But
Okay,
anything else I do. Yeah.
okay, okay. All
I
right.
try to
So
keep it positive.
yeah, so the podcast is a family on the mission. So do you have any family members that's on the mission that you on, like you show them how to do something, and
So
just trying to inspire people?
my daughter, she opened up a beauty supply store a few months back, maybe
Mm,
about 3 months. And I partnered with her, and so I'm making T-shirts to send her down. She lives in Iowa, and so I'm going to put T-shirts and pillows in her beauty shop, and I mean beauty supply store. She also does hair, so she's going to renovate the back of the beauty supply store to make it a beauty salon.
Mm.
My my youngest daughter, she wants to do hair, so she'll be going to cosmetology school soon. So we all trying to give each other a hand up. My oldest son wants to start he hasn't started yet, but he wants to start uh a sports gym, but for kids. Is I guess a what is the word I'm looking for? He wants to, like, a mentorship,
Mm.
so that he could get kids off the street. And when you're in the inner city, that's what the kids need, especially our young men. They need somebody that they can look up to, somebody positive. So he wants to start that. So our goal is to once one business gets up and running, then we help the next, and then we
Mm.
help the next, and then that way we're all successful and we're creating generational wealth.
Mm. I like that. I like that. Definitely family on the mission. Get the whole family involved. All
Yeah.
right. So we talked about the cricket. It was something else you said, and I wanted to say,
So the heat press, that was the second thing that I bought, and that was for the t-shirts. When I bought the Cricut, I bought a presser, a small presser, but the heat press, which is behind me,
oh, that's nice.
yeah. So the
Oh, that's
heat
nice.
press, and it came along with the plate press, the cup press, and I also have another cup press. So when I do cups, um, I can do them twice as fast because I have two presses. Um, but that heat press is just awesome. I love it, and I think when I came down to Florida, you told me about the sublimation because I was using only vinyl to do t-shirts, but now um, I can sublimate. I just bought a new printer, which is, I don't know if you can see it because it's down here.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
new button, yeah, and that'll be what I use to sublimate. Also, this one, if you can see that one,
Yeah, the black one.
um, yeah. So I don't have my craft room quite set up yet the way I want it because I just bought this house, thank God, and
Mm.
so. But once I get it set up the way I want to, I have the machines, the Cricut, the printers, the heat press, all of that set up. This right here, this trunk, it's full of t-shirts, if you can see.
Mm. Oh, okay.
And you
So,
don't have to go out and buy in bulk or anything. Just if you out, just get you a couple of t-shirts and start there. If that's what you want to do, just get you a couple, start from there, and see what happens.
okay. Now, I like what you said. You said you just bought you a house and praise God. So we got to give God some praise. So you know, that's my praise button. I got to give God praise when it's time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know, so speaking of God, what did God? How did God come into your life and change you?
Oh wow. So, like I said, I'm from the Gardens, from Block 17. And people think that when you grew up in the projects, you grew up poor or whatever. But I can honestly say that I didn't. I knew, of course, that I lived in the projects, but I didn't know that we were poor because we
Mm.
never lacked anything. Anything that um, I wanted or needed, my grandmother always got. And uh, so it wasn't like, oh yeah, I grew up in the projects and I was starving and all of that. We didn't eat. No, that wasn't the case. When I came home from school, dinner was already ready. As you know, but she took care of us.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing was lacking, and that was a relationship with God in my life. And
Mm,
so when I turned 18, I went off to the military, and a lot of stuff transpired. But I was at work one day, and I just really felt the need to go to church. And I was telling somebody, that actually my sergeant, that I really wanted to go to church. And he said, "You want to go to church?" He was like, "Let me introduce you to my wife." He called his wife, and she took me to church. And like my life never been the same. I
mm,
developed a relationship with God, and God showed me that the things that I used to do, or how lived or got down or whatever, I didn't have to do that. Now, had I always stayed on the right track? Absolutely not. I
mm,
didn't. I done other stuff, got sidetracked, did a lot of things that I don't regret, because they made me who I am. But I also understand that God gave me grace to get back to Him, and I just thank God, for my life.
mm,
And even like a few years ago, um, I developed breast cancer,
mm,
and I thought I was out of here. I just was preparing myself to die, and
mm,
but it didn't turn out that way. God saved me, and not only that, He saved me from breast cancer. He healed me. I did have a double mastectomy, which means I lost my breast, but I gained so much more. It's like when that happened, um, my family, my kids and I, we got so much closer. Like our
mm,
relationship is so much closer, and now we value family vacations, family times, getting together, having family dinners, and we do those type of things where we took them for granted before. We don't take it for granted now, because life is short, and
mm.
it's not. You don't know. You never know when your number is going to be called, when your time is up. So yes, I definitely want to leave a generational wealth for my children and grandchildren, but I also want to leave a legacy that, oh, remember when we did this, when we traveled here, when we went to Hawaii, we did stuff, when we came together as a family, and we prayed as a family. We go to church together. They don't come all the time, but if I say, um, I really want y'all to come today. They
Yeah.
come. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up.
we learned the value of family.
Mm,
So,
that's what's up. So, I'm gonna ask you a question.
uh-huh.
If at the age you're at right now, if you can talk to your 16-year-old self, what would you tell her?
If I could go back and talk to my 16-year-old self, I would tell myself, um, number one, to develop a relationship with the Lord early. I would have said, when I was in high school, I was into computers. Believe it or not, I would have said,
Mm-hmm.
stay on that road, invest, and live your life, love your family, and try to help others. Do
Mm.
good in the world.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, before you start doing the arts and craft, and before you start doing this, what was you doing before you start tapping into what you're doing now?
Well, I always worked. So I was usually at work. Um, After work, probably somewhere sitting down watching TV, doing nothing, uh, stressing out about my marriage. In
Mm,
all honesty, about my husband, my ex-husband. Thank God. And just having, just stressing, not really living. I used to, because when I was younger, I used to be real shapely and small. And when I got stressed and started having kids, I gained a lot of weight. So once I gained the weight, then I started developing low self esteem. And then being in a bad marriage, it didn't help. So I didn't really think highly of myself. And
Mm,
so I didn't do anything. I remember uh, you came up here one time and everybody was taking pictures and everything. And you were like, man, I want to take a picture with you, but you never got on clothes. Like, and because I didn't wear them, I would just like put on a big baggy t-shirt and some jogging pants or something because I felt so bad about myself that I just didn't think that I would look right in anything. You probably didn't know that at the time, but yeah, my self-esteem was in the garbage.
mm,
So once I started learning how to love me again
talk
and
about
love,
it.
who I am, and the only thing that's going to change is if I make a change. And
Mm,
so once I went through, like I said, the cancer, it was actually right before finding out that I had cancer when when Kyra, my youngest, was in her senior year of high school. I decided, you know what? I'm getting out of this bad marriage. I'm getting a divorce. I'm loving me because I'm better than this, and I'm gonna move forward. And that's
mm,
what I did. And so um, it was in Kyra's senior year. I started divorce proceedings, um, and I got divorced. But I found out I had cancer, so I'm trying to get a divorce. I'm going through chemo. I'm sick as ever. I'm walking on a walker, but I'm still
mm,
going to court every time I had to go to court. And when that judge said that the divorce was granted, it was the day after I had chemo. And when you go through chemotherapy, like the day you have it, you just, well, for me, I slept. And then you get sick. And I didn't want to go to court because I just didn't feel good. But I was like, oh no, I've come too far. But when that judge told me that my divorce was granted, I could have stood on top of that walker and did black backflips. I was just so, it was like 500 pounds had lifted off of me. And ever since then, I just been moving forward with the help and grace of God. Like I said, I just bought this house. Well, we had planned on buying a house when the kids were little, but
mm,
because it's if it's two, if you or your wife, if y'all not working together, you're not gonna ever accomplish anything because one pulling one way, somebody else pulling the other way. But when I tell you that after the divorce and the cancer and all of that, and just moving forward, everything just it was a breeze. Like it
mm.
was like doors just started opening. God just started really moving on my behalf, and I'm so glad that I waited until after the divorce to get a house because otherwise I probably wouldn't have it. Would have probably would have had to sell it and all of that stuff. So
Mhm.
sometimes you think that your life not working out or things not working out how you want it. Just wait. Just wait on, just continue. If you fall, just move, just get up, keep going, keep working. But another thing that I do is I have, how people say they have vision boards.
Mhm.
Well, I don't do the vision board, but I do a vision book. And
Mm.
everything I want, you know, I put in my vision book. And the Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. And it's like, and also that, it says, write the vision and make it plain. Write down what you want. Right, and then go back and read it. And then every time you accomplish a goal, check it off. And
Yeah.
that's what I started doing.
Yes. Yes. When yeah, when you have a vision and when you get there and you scratch it off. Yeah, that's dope. I like that. I like that. And you say you don't got a vision board. You have
I have a vision book. I have
a
a book.
vision book. Mm,
Yeah,
a
I took like
vision
a,
book.
yeah. and I wrote down everything I want. I wanted a house. I wanted to travel. I want to change my body, and so I work on that now, uh, and I'm moving forward. I'm doing well.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so you can see. So this shoe, what I did was
Okay, I
okay.
see the I see the I see the
Yeah,
blink. I see the blinkage going on.
yeah. So I just put bling around that shoe. These shoes, like this shoe, I bought these shoes for $5. I'll sell them for 25.
Mm.
So the profit is just, and it's not these beads. They don't cost that much. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much they cost in
Yeah,
case a
y'all gotta
customer
do.
wants
Yeah, y'all gotta do y'all
to do
research.
your research. But Amazon.
Hmm.
But yeah, and so I'll make a nice profit off of these. These
Okay,
I'm keeping. These are for me.
okay.
And I bought these from Walmart, and I might put like a charm or something on it, like a Chanel or something else. I don't know. I got several. You can get your charms from Amazon. Just put them on there, and I use this E700. You can use the E6000 glue too. Yeah, but I use this. This is for like jewelry and beads and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know anyone else that do what you do?
I do pop up shops, so I've been meeting people who so many people do t-shirts, and so that's why you have to have something else. You got to get your own clientele, but like when you do pop up shops, when I do pop up shops, I want to bring something different. I don't want to be the t-shirt person because it's going to be so many. And it
Mm-hmm.
just, so I like to have a variety of things. Like I said, I do tumblers, I personalized tumblers. Um, so I don't know anybody that does the shoes. I don't know anybody that does the pillows or the custom candle holders that I do. And then,
Okay.
like I said, I also do jewelry. I haven't made any jewelry in a while because I'm going to start a line called SRM
Mm-hmm.
Jewelry, and that's for my granddaughters. So
Okay.
I'm starting a business for them so that they can, because they're not in Cabero. They weren't born yet. So I'm going to start them SRM Jewelry.
Okay.
And
So that was my question that I forgot. But for the people that want to start and do a pop up shop, can you tell me how is that done? Like what you have to do?
sure. Well, what I did was there are pop up shops all over the city. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, sometimes that people, sometimes by word of mouth, I find out. Sometimes I may see it on Facebook or something that it's going to be a pop up shop, and how much the fee is to uh, to get a table, how much a table is, and I'll go ahead and pay the fee so that I can get a table so that I can sell. Now, in I'll say some pop up shops, if you're the pillow person, they won't allow another pillow person to come in because they want
Okay.
you to be able to, Now,
Okay.
I don't know that they all do that, but I know that in some cases, some of them they'll do that. Like if you're selling something, they want to know what you're selling because they only want one person doing that product.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So the same is like t-shirts too. Like if somebody doing t-shirts, they only have or
So
you.
so there's one particular pop-up shop that I go to, and they say that only one vendor can sell a thing. However, like I've seen the one vendor sell the t-shirts, but then somebody else is selling t-shirts, but they don't have their t-shirts there. Like they may have clothes. They'll have their clothes there, but then they'll have their book with all the different t-shirts that they have in it. So I guess it's a little different because you can't buy their t-shirts, right there, right then and there. But if you want to order from them, you can. So,
Okay, okay. That's what's up. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
I have thought about writing a book, and I actually started. It's like halfway, probably more than halfway finished. But the book I was writing is not the book that I believe God wants me to put out,
Mm,
because I would always get to a certain part in the book and just cry. I couldn't go further. Like
mm,
it was like a block. So it's funny you should ask me that, because I've been thinking that I am going to write a book, but it's not going to be the book that I started.
mm.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah, that's
But
what's up.
it's gonna be a book that'll help some women heal. Like, yeah, you may have been through this or that, but not only will it pass or has it passed, but you can be an overcomer. You are an overcomer.
Yeah.
And I'm saying women because, well, I am a woman and I've been through a lot of things that I didn't think that I would get over. Would
Mm,
would you know would get over. But I always say, by the help and grace of God, I'm still standing. I'm still here, and I'm better than ever.
man.
So
Yeah. And that's why I be telling people, I say, man, sometimes you can be in your lowest point and something happen that'll shift your whole world.
yeah,
And sometimes we look at kids, is a lot of people say, um when I asked the 60-year-old question, they had kids at a young age, and they'll say something like, "Oh, I should have wore a condom. I should have did this." And I tell people, I say, your kids is the reason that you change. We don't see it at the age because we was kids and we had kids, but it's the reason that your whole life shifted the direction you did because of your kids. So sometimes your lesson can be really a blessing.
absolutely. And I remember when I was so upset because my oldest daughter had a baby at 17,
Hmm.
and she was super, like, book smart, um, genius level. Actually, they tested her and said she was above average. She was genius level, but she didn't use those smarts. So I was so frustrated and upset about the baby. But then I just began to look and realize that baby saved her life.
Mm,
That, he's 10 now, and he saved her life. He really saved her life,
mm,
because she was going, and the road she was going down. But by the help and grace of God, she wouldn't have been here today.
mm.
So
Yeah, and I can definitely, excuse me, I can definitely say my kids saved my life. So I feel you. I
yeah.
feel you on that one. So let's get back into this arts and craft. You know,
Okay.
we talking about the pop up shop. And you say your sublimation machine, you ain't start that yet, right?
The new one that I bought, I haven't used it. The older one, yes. But the older one, the reason why I bought the new one is because the older one, all the colors wasn't working, and
Yeah.
even when I cleaned it and you know did everything, all the colors still weren't coming out.
Okay. So
So,
with the color machine, is it different from a regular machine, a sublimation machine, or a regular printer?
well, when I bought the new one, um, I thought it was a straight sublimation printer, but then I realized that it's not. I still had to change the ink. to sublimation ink. And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Yeah. So when you use the sublimation ink, you can't use regular ink. You got to use
anymore. Right.
strictly. Okay. 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 So let me see. You ain't start on the top. So for the people that want to get off into this, and is it pricey? Like the machines, like the Cricut or the sublimation printer or any printer?
Printers are not expensive. You can get a nice printer, uh, a Epson series printer to use as to change it to sublimation for a decent price, couple of hundred. As far as the the Cricut is about $300. But when you think about the money that we waste on stuff we don't need, or it's you're investing in yourself. So
Mm,
sometimes we have to take that small amount of money and invest in ourselves. And if you can't get the Cricut right away, um, and you want to start crafting, there are other things you can do. Go to Dollar Tree. Go to Dollar Tree. They have so many different crafts. They have all type of wood things. It just depends on what you want to do, and you can just start painting things or look on YouTube. YouTube can they have so many good tutorial videos and can show you how to do things until you might have to save up for the Cricut. You might have to
mm,
save up for your printer, and that's okay. But in the meantime, if you want, you can make a little money
mm-hmm.
doing something
And
else.
and it ain't all about the money, though. It's a good stress reliever too.
I told you I started this because I needed a way to unwind. I needed to de-stress something, and jewelry making, and then somebody, like I said, somebody really blessed me with all kind of beads and everything to make jewelry, and so I just started doing it. And yeah, but you do find that once you start doing it, and when people see your creations, they want to know where you got that from. And you say, "Oh, I made it." Or even if you want to just give stuff out for gifts. Like I said, I make baskets too. Um, and sometimes I just give out a birthday basket.
Mm,
Uh, so even if you just want to do it to give gifts to your friends and family, you can do that if you don't want to use it as an income. But it can be income.
okay, okay. So I want to ask you, who inspired you?
Honestly, and I'm telling the truth. You probably won't believe me.
Me?
You, yes,
Oh,
you
okay.
really inspire me because I know your story. I
Mm,
know where you
okay.
came from. I know what you used to be like. I, you know, I know a lot of things you did, and when I see you, when I see how your life changed, you know, I didn't think you would make it to the age you are. I didn't think, I used to pray that you did, but I used to be like, Lord, you got to do something with this dude because he is not going to make it. Because
Mm,
it was seen that you were terrible, but you weren't terrible. You just product of your
I,
environment.
yeah, I was just misguided.
Yeah. So you inspire me. I think that from where you came from and to where you are and what you do, and you're such a family man, and um, an entrepreneur. You've written books. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even read,
Hmm.
and you go from not reading to writing books. Now
Yeah,
you have a podcast.
yeah. I mean, I learned that it wasn't that I couldn't read. I was never taught how. You know how people be like, I don't know how to drive? No,
E-
because you wasn't taught how to drive.
Exactly.
So no, I had a lot of time to teach myself, and then I was like, oh man, I got this. And the only reason I was stuck in that mindset because people were saying I couldn't do it, so I didn't even try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So y'all got to be careful what y'all listen to and what people say to y'all, and be careful what you watching. You know what I'm saying? I learned that too. But yeah, I can do whatever I want to do. I was just in the
Absolutely.
state of mind. I was in a state of mind what people was telling me what I couldn't do, and I was believing them.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. And oh man, we already at 40 minutes. Yeah. And I want to say, you know, thank you because you did save my life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you saved my life in so many ways that you don't even know. Hmm. So yeah, you saved my life. You know what I'm saying? You helped me. You know what I'm saying? You brought God into my life. Even when I was trying to reject it, He was pushing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never have nobody striving for me like that. When I got shot, you was there. You know what I'm saying? Take me to the hospital, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this your work right here.
Well, thank God. Don't make me cry now. I ain't trying to cry on here. Don't get me to cry.
Yeah, no, I didn't want, but I just wanted to tell you. So, we already at 40 minutes. We're doing an hour of power. So, in this last 2 minutes, do you want to say anything? You want to say any encouraging words to people that's out here that's struggling with breast cancer, that's struggling with depression, that's struggling with a broken marriage, or you know what I'm saying? Do you want to give them some encouraging words?
Yes, that is. No matter what you're going through, it's just for a season. No matter how you feel right now, just know that you're not alone. And as far as cancer, if anybody out there that's has been diagnosed with cancer, get you a support group. A support
Hmm.
group. Even if you don't have family that's supportive, the American Cancer Society, you contact them because they have support groups, and support is so important. I learned so much. Um, I was blessed to have my children that was very supportive, went to chemo with me and all of that. But if you don't have anyone to go, you get into a support group and someone to go with you. They'll have someone go with you, gladly go with you, tell you things to do through chemo and radiation. So just know that you can make it. You can be okay. And for those who go, know that those that's going through depression, just know that um, you have to love you no matter what you've been through, no matter what you don't like about you, all of that. You have to look in the mirror, and these are things that I did. I had to start looking in the mirror and say to myself that I am beautifully and wonderfully made, that I'm the apple of God's eye, that He loved me. And if God loves me, who am I not to love myself? You
Hmm.
know, love, self love is important. Take care of you. If it's nothing but taking a warm bath, if it's nothing but taking a shower, if you could go get a massage or get your nails done, take care of you.
Hmm.
Because self preservation is the first law of nature. And if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be good for nobody else. And
Yes.
anybody that wanna, whatever it is that you want to do in life, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you can't do this, you too this, you too that, you can't make it. You can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. You can do whatever it is that you strive to do. So don't stop. Don't stop until you where you want to be.
Mm.
And that's all I have, say on that.
Okay. And I want to ask you a question. Matter of fact, I got two of them that I want to touch on. You was
Uh-huh.
talking about you've been to the army. What did When you went to the army? What did the army teach you that your parents didn't teach you?
Uh, Discipline taught me how to like camaraderie, uh friendships, like I got your back. I'm always have your back. I'm right there for you, like a battle buddy. Um, no matter what we go through, I'm gonna be right here for you. You don't have to worry about that. I got you. So I have friends that I met when I went into the military. I still have those friends today. We still
Mm,
talk. We still close. I don't see haven't seen them in years, but yet Tuesday and Wednesday nights we're on the prayer line together.
mm. And I tell people all the time that friendships is more valuable than money. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because a lot of people, they put their life on the line for a job and get some money, but the job can get rid of you ASAP and
Yeah,
forget all about you. But when you build a friendship with a person, that can last forever.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. Like, I met this lady the other day. I was actually at the nail shop, and she had just got out the hospital, and she was saying that she had to go to work. And but you could clearly see she shouldn't even been at the nail shop because she was sick.
Mm,
And I told her, I said, honey, that job will get rid of you today or tomorrow. You need to go home and take care of you. Because
mm,
if you don't take care of you, I mean, for a job, you're replaceable. You're not replaceable for your family.
mm,
So you gotta take care of you. You people, you gotta take care of you. You gotta love your family, but take care of you.
mm. Yeah, that on the real. Take care of yourself, man. Self-love is everything. So my next
Everything.
question, you say you got grandkids. So do you ever teach your grandkids how to, build or create something in the lab, in your laboratory?
I do. Just the other day, I was watching my granddaughter, and she had a pair of Chucks on, and so we took her Chucks off, and we blinged them out.
Oh
And
man.
yeah,
But
so she was like, "Oh, pretty," and she picked out what she wanted on it and everything. And so when she left the next day, because I took her to daycare on my way to work, and she was showing off her Chucks. Yeah, and she likes to cook also, so we cooked together. Uh, yeah,
your
you got to start showing them now.
your grand your granddaughter?
She 4. We cooked
What?
together. I was cooking some ribs one day. That little girl seasoned the mess out those ribs. Yeah, we
Yeah,
cooked.
that's what's up, man. You got to
Yeah,
start them early, man.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 10-year-old grandson, he liked to cook too, and he started at about 4. And I bought him a little chef's coat and the hat and the apron and everything. He loves to cook, so now he cooks dinner for him and his family. He can cook some chicken.
At 10
That's
years old.
at 10.
Mm. So who taught you how to cook?
Well, my grandmother started it, and then when I went in the military, I became a cook. Then they sent me to culinary arts school, so they taught me how to cook fancy food, and it just went from there. Now I became a baker when I was in there, so they taught me to cook and bake, and mama, my
Yeah.
grandmother, yeah.
Yep. And that's what I tell people. I say, man, friendships and things you learn can last forever, man. You know,
Hmm.
and you can learn some bad habits and it lasts forever too. So you remember what you learn can last forever, good or bad.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on and spending this time with me. And we still got about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna chop it up about?
So, okay, I want to tell this story because I don't. When we was in the garden, we just lived in the gardens, and you wanted to go to the Golden Gates.
Hmm.
But at the time, all your ops lived in the Golden Gates, but then your best friend lived in the Gates too. We went to see Maurice. And we walking up to Maurice's house. Well, I was supposed to drop you off. I don't even know why I walked to the house with you, but we did, and I did. And then I don't even know who the guy was. Came up and put a gun to your head, and you were like, "You better, if you shoot me, you better kill me, cause I'ma kill you." And I'm like, "Mommy, be quiet. Don't say that." And I was the security guard at the time. You remember that? And I pulled out that fake badge, talking about I'm a Chicago police officer.
Oh wow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that very clear. I remember that.
But that was
So
nothing but the grace of God on your life and mine.
mm, yeah, because it was going down around that time. It was definitely
Yeah,
going down. So like I told you, I say, man, you saved my life, man, when I got shot. No, not that time, but no.
yeah,
Uh,
I remember.
so I want to ask you because I never did ask you, how did you get the call that I got shot, and how did you feel?
Floretta told me. Floretta called me and told me, or I don't know if she called or ran to my house, because I was
Mm,
living in block 4. You was right in front of Mama's house, and it was Floretta who told me. And how did I feel? I always felt like, well, coming up, I felt like you was my little brother,
mm-hmm,
and now I feel like you just my son. I love you like that, but I was scared, like, and I called 911, and I just felt like because we live where we did, and they didn't care, as far as the police and the ambulance. I was like, I'm not waiting, and I just picked you up and put you in the car
yeah,
and took you to the hospital, because I was like, yeah, I felt like if I waited, you just would have bled out and bled to death.
mm-hmm,
So I know you're not really supposed to move a gunshot victim, but because you can move, the bullet can move in the body. But I, uh, I just wasn't gonna wait.
mm.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well, I'm happy you didn't wait because you saved my life. Because we was too far. We was too far from the ambulance. I mean, we saw too far from the hospital, so the ambulance definitely would have took about a half an hour. Mm-hmm. See how she froze up, so I think she got another call. Let me give her a couple more seconds to unfreeze. But this is the Fam Mission Podcast, Family on the Mission. And if you want to share your story or inspire others, please get in touch with me. Inbox me on Facebook or hit me up on Facebook, or you can hit me at my oh yeah, she logged out. Yeah. So yeah, this your boy Money G, man. This is a Fan Mission podcast, and it been going down today. And I'm happy if y'all can subscribe, share this video. Thank you. G staff. I'm out.